Rescuing the Great Barrier Reef. Brought to you by Neil, Ronnie, Faisal, and Steve. As you can see, the blacktip shark has no predators in the Great Barrier Reef food web.
Of the Great Barrier Reef, such as boats, polluting the water known as petrol, which is the fuel of these fishing boats, endangering both corals and fishing, swimming or found near boats, since they are polluted by toxic fumes that aren't immune to.
Pollution. Pollution in the Great Barrier Reef is the side effect of carbon and nitrogen cycle caused by oil spills, rubbish from ignorant visitors, or people at the reef littering. Sedimentation from the erosion of rocks, soil and mud, farming waste like sewage and toxic chemicals like nitrogen and phosphorus, which are known as runoff, leaving oxygen levels and marine wildlife decrease because of the pile-up of solid and liquid pollution from the runoff in the reefs.
Atrium, one ventricle on the gills, which is sent to the whole body back and forth. Within this loop, there are nutrients that fight disease and control their body temperature in order to maintain homeostasis.
Respiratory system of blacktip shark. Sharks breathe from water entering the gill chamber and exit by gill slits by opening and closing their mouths. They are mammals because they breathe oxygen through water and they don't have trachea, lungs, or diaphragms for breathing. Pollution can affect the system by increasing the levels of carbon dioxide in the water the shark breathes. This can cause a lot of issues for the shark, like lung deformities, exhausted due to lack of climate change. Huge overgrown seaweeds, macroalgae, can test with corals for dominance over the biggest area taken, gives advantages to the reef from climate change and coral bleaching. Any rise of extreme weather can dole out into the reduction of the Great Barrier Reef that has already been damaged by climate change and ocean acidification. The greenhouse gas effect. The greenhouse gas effect is created by the sun sending heat to Earth. As we also produce heat through carbon dioxide, it is also trapped, but some of the heat leaves out the Earth's atmosphere, but some of them don't. Biotic and abiotic factor. In 20 degrees Celsius, both catfish and sunfish with the same laps/reps until 25 degrees Celsius, where the catfish breathed more faster than the sunfish by one more flap of its gills, but then same again when the temperature was 30 degrees Celsius. The hydrosphere was the water in the fish tank. The biosphere was the soil located at the bottom of the fish tank filled with water. Hydrosphere and biosphere. The Great Barrier Reef will recover from the recent floods and cyclones. The water is more dirtier and dangerous than before because of too many trees cut down, overgrazing of livestock, and more dense soils from droughts. That leaves farmer and local populace in rural/coastal areas suffering from this crisis of water quality. Biosphere. For the short term, corals have threatened from the previous natural disasters, can rise the numbers of algae and coral bleaching. But in the long run, sediments from runoff will increase coral bleaching and higher disease standards. Strategies to save the Great Barrier Reef. Prior to the 25-year plan in the next 25 years, we will have a sustainable habitat in the Great Barrier Reef, a region that conserves its varieties of species and ecological durability and flexibility. Secondly, the Greens government promises to fund additional $16 million for long-term planning for the coral reef improvement for the Great Barrier Reef by finalizing any new suggestions or advices by the local community. And finally, in the means of this promise, the GBRMPA and the Queensland government are processing this thorough strategic assignment for the Great Barrier Reef since it's a World Heritage Site. Now it's along the coastal region of Australia. Authorised by the Australian Government of Canberra.